In a world where survival hinges on a single seed, young Vesper embarks on a perilous journey through danger and deceit. Her quest to unlock a future of freedom and hope leads to an unforgettable climax, where one act can change the fate of a divided world. The movie starts with Vesper, a young girl living in a future world where things are very tough. Society is split into two groups: the wealthy elites who live in protected areas called citadels, and the ordinary people who struggle to survive in a harsh environment. The citadels control special seeds that can only be used once, making everyone dependent on them for more seeds. Vesper, who is very smart and brave, lives with her dad, Darius. Darius used to be in the army but is now paralyzed. His mind has been transferred into a drone so he can still talk and be with Vesper as she explores their dangerous world. Vesper is good at finding food and understands a lot about biology and how to modify it. Their life changes dramatically one day when Vesper finds out that someone has stolen from them. This includes the generator that powers their home and the important machine that keeps Darius's drone working. Darius's equipment gets damaged, so Vesper has no choice but to get help to save her dad. She goes to a nearby farm for assistance. When she arrives, she sees a difficult situation. The farm has a jug, a human created through genetic engineering for work, but without much intelligence. The jug is hurt and can't work, so Jonas, the farm's leader and Darius's brother, tells a boy to kill it. Vesper is disturbed by this, but she asks Jonas for bacteria to fix their generator. In return, she'll give her blood, which Jonas can use to trade for seeds from the citadels. Jonas wants her to stay with them and offers to take care of her dad. But Vesper feels uncomfortable with Jonas's plans. She thinks he wants to use her to have children, a role she doesn't want. Despite her concerns, she completes her blood donation. Vesper's dad needs help fast, but Jonas won't give her the bacteria she needs until he sells her blood, which will take too long. Vesper tries to take her blood back, but gets thrown out of the farm. She sneaks back in, steals the bacteria, and also some seeds from the citadel. After fixing the generator at home, she starts working with the stolen seeds. In the forest, Vesper finds Camellia, a woman from the citadel, injured and with plants growing on her. Vesper saves her and brings her back to treat her wounds. Camellia then shares that she was in a glider that crashed. Vesper saw the crashed glider and is now looking for her dad, Darius, who is with her. Camellia, who is not fully recovered, offers a reward for their help. Vesper agrees to help search for Camelia's dad, despite Darius's concerns. The next day, Vesper finds the glider with Camelia's father, Eli, inside. But Jonas and some survivalists also show up. Jonas coldly ends Eli's life because he's from the citadel and pushes Vesper aside when she tries to stop him. He also finds a scarf in the glider and realizes Camellia is missing. Back home, Darius suggests they should tell the citadel about what's happening before Camellia does anything drastic or before Jonas finds her. The only way to contact the citadel is with a transceiver at Jonas's house, so Vesper agrees to go there. She lies to Camellia that her search was unsuccessful but promises to keep looking. After some time, Camellia gains Vesper's trust. Vesper then shows her a secret greenhouse with bioengineered plants, which she is proud of. Vesper works on creating a plant that makes edible seeds. Darius, talking to Camellia, says they can't get into a citadel but asks Camellia to be kind, as Vesper dreams of reaching one. Camellia explains that the citadel leaders fear running out of resources and prefer controlled labor from genetically engineered workers, called jugs, over humans. They have a musical evening, with Vesper singing and Camellia playing her mother's instrument. The next day, Vesper sneaks into Jonas's house to use the transceiver, but Jonas catches Darius's drone. Pretending to fix the drone, Jonas confronts Vesper about the missing seeds and the unknown passenger, showing his dislike for liars, especially in his family. Vesper grabs the drone and runs, but it crashes. While trying to get the drone back, Vesper finds the body of Jonas's assistant who had helped her, left under a tree. She wonders if he was killed for helping her. Then, Jonas's followers catch her and mark her hand with a seal, claiming her as Jonas's property. Vesper is very upset and overwhelmed by the situation. Vesper goes back home where Camellia tries to comfort her. Feeling guilty, Vesper tells Camellia that Elias is dead. She takes Camellia to see Elias's body in the river, which causes Camellia to break down emotionally. While helping Camellia, Vesper notices a strange scar on her back that reacts to touch, revealing that Camellia is actually a highly advanced jug, a creation of Elias, who was kicked out of the Citadel for creating an intelligent slave. Camellia admits she lied about being able to get Vesper and Darius into the Citadel. Upset by this, Vesper gets into a physical confrontation with Camellia and then coldly tells her to leave after she cleans up. Meanwhile, Vesper fixes the drone and tells Darius about everything. Darius advises Vesper to be more compassionate towards Camellia, explaining that jugs can't really choose their actions due to their programming. Camellia, feeling lost and afraid of being caught by the Citadel, thinks about ending her life. But Vesper, influenced by her father, stops her just in time. Vesper realizes Camellia could help with her research. Vesper tries to use Camelia's cells to modify the Citadel's seeds, but it's hard because her cells are protected. Surprisingly, playing music unlocks Camelia's cells, letting Vesper create a sustainable food source. Vesper goes to the old lab for more supplies, leaving Camellia with Darius. Jonas shows up and threatens Darius, so Camellia agrees to go with him. But when Jonas finds out she's a jug, he tries to reprogram her. Vesper comes back in time, and they fight Jonas. They win, but instead of hurting Jonas, Vesper makes a deal. She'll share the fertile seed's secret if he doesn't tell the Citadel about them. However, Jonas betrays them and contacts the Citadel, revealing Camelia's location. As Vesper works on the seeds, the Citadel approaches. A dangerous organism invades their home, releasing a toxic substance. Darius, with his military knowledge, tells them not to breathe until the danger is gone. Camellia, feeling guilty, offers to give herself up to the Citadel to protect Vesper and Darius. Darius doesn't want Camellia to give herself up because he knows the Citadel will still go after Vesper. He comes up with a plan to distract the soldiers, giving Vesper and Camellia a chance to escape. Vesper doesn't want to leave her dad, but Darius convinces her to hide nearby, promising to deal with the situation. He plans to mislead the soldiers, using his army experience by saying there's no jug around. The soldiers first go to Jonas's farm and get rid of him and his group. Meanwhile, Vesper and Camellia work hard to make their home look empty. They hide everything important and take the valuable seeds before hiding in the forest. Unknown to Vesper, Darius actually plans to sacrifice himself by blowing up the drone, hoping to take some soldiers with him. From their hiding place, Vesper sees the explosion and desperately wants to go back to help her dad. Camellia stops her, telling her it's too late for Darius. Their situation gets worse when two soldiers who survived the explosion start chasing them. Vesper takes Camellia through a swamp, knowing its dangerous plants might stop their pursuers. Their plan works when one soldier falls victim to these plants, but the second soldier is more careful and avoids the trap. While trying to stay hidden, Vesper and Camellia are betrayed by a plant that makes noise, revealing their location to the soldier. Faced with danger, they attack the soldier, take his weapon, and manage to push him into a zone with deadly plants, which kills him. The sound of gliders indicates more trouble. Camellia realizes that the Citadel will keep chasing them as long as she's with Vesper. Despite Vesper's objections, Camellia puts her to sleep and hides her under leaves, then surrenders to the soldiers the next morning. Vesper wakes up to find her home destroyed. In a gesture of hope, she plants some of the unlocked seeds in what used to be her garden. After this, she meets a group of children who survived the attack on Jonas's farm. They decide to follow some mysterious people to see where they're going. This leads them to a tall structure built by these people. Feeling a strong sense of purpose, Vesper climbs to the top of the tower. There, she releases the seeds into the wind, hoping they will spread across the land and grow, providing food for everyone. This act of hope and resilience is where the movie ends, leaving a powerful message about the strength of hope and the ability to overcome challenges. If you enjoyed it, please show your support by liking and sharing this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more movie recaps like this.